Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, July the 29th, 2024. Monday, July the 29th. Uh, John Cates, is he the biggest fall guy idiot on the planet? Because he's getting ready to be the fall guy. Okay. Ava tells John some very private news, right? But before we go to that, let's go to Carly and Jason. Jason walks into the interrogation room where Carly is, and you know how when Lucy knew Ricky would be upset, and Ricky's coming through the door, and Lucy's like, Carly was like, how mad are you at? How mad at me are you? And Jason just looked at her and he kept walking forward. And he's in his, regular casual shirt, but blazer and pants, right? Because Diane told him to come dressed up, respectable looking to court. Don't be coming showing tats, George, your sleeve, black tee. He walked over close to her. He said, I wish you hadn't done that, Carly. I know, but Case was taunting me. I didn't plan on it. And then when he said that you would want me to have a room, I lost it. He was presuming to speak for you. I couldn't take it anymore. So Jason, you know how Jason is. He's like, oh my God. He said, Carly, I need you to do this for me. When Diane asked you a question, answer only that question. Do you understand? Yes. What are you going to do? Answer only that question. Do not elaborate. Do not ramble. Just that question, Carly. It's vital. And she said, I just couldn't stand them having you holding you for the rest of your life and blah, blah. She goes, you know what? We just got to get through this. And then, of course, she asked him to, look after Donna and Jocelyn. Although Jocelyn don't need looking after. But anyway, then before Jason goes to see Carly, Kate comes to see Jason. Well, he was still already with Jason from yesterday's show. Kate is still trying to convince him. And you know what Jason said to him? He goes, you know what? I honestly don't believe your bosses at the FBI know what you're doing, because I delivered on my end of the deal. You botched the arrest. So I don't believe they know that you are using your badge and your influence, and you're definitely not going according to protocol. And Kate's looked at him. Look, just give me Sonny. Just give me Sonny. I may have, Valentine Cassidy, I may have got away, but Sonny's a bigger catch. Really? I thought Pikeman was the biggest catch, because Pikeman goes between WSB and Pike. They control a whole lot more than Sonny, right? It's just Cates doesn't have a 30-year-old vendetta against Sonny. And so Jason says, you know what? He says, we'll see about that. We'll just have to see what your bosses say. And Cates looks at him. Look, I could assign you to something. And he goes, nah, I don't think so. He says, because I fulfilled my end of the deal. You botched and you gave him time enough to get away. No, you botched the arrest. You still want to protect? Kate melts down, and Jason just shows him the door, right? And then he goes to see Cardi. Kate then goes to Ava's and says, yeah, I'm getting close. The person is about, they're going to give me all the information I need on Sonny. And Ava's like, well, I'm so happy to hear that, because I really don't want to lose my daughter. And Sonny's getting volatile, more volatile by the day. And so he goes, now, you look, you still can give me some information on Sonny as well. See, he's lying to her. Jason ain't nowhere near getting close to telling him jack nothing, right? He's thinking Ava's going to tell him. Ava ain't saying nothing. She's not stupid. So Ava says, look, Sonny is about to erupt. All it takes is just a few buttons to be pushed. And Kate says, how do you know that? She goes, I don't know if I could trust you. He says, you could trust me. As he's standing there, that funny blank look on his face. You could trust me. So she goes, I came across some information. I don't have any trusty, dusty cough drops, everyone. She goes, I came across, getting some out my purse, some information. Now, I didn't do this. I just came across the information, okay? Which, no, this last part, she definitely did, which is what's going to get her into trouble. She goes, Sonny is working on, from what I'm understanding, a fourth of his bipolar medication dose. He goes, really? She goes, yeah, and he doesn't know it. He says, okay, and did you tell him? She says, no. And he looked at her, he goes, why didn't you tell him? Well, the opportunity never came up. You mean between walking through the door and saying, hello, Sonny, on your way to pour him a drink, you couldn't say, oh, by the way, your bipolar medicines are being tampered with. The opportunity just never arrived. Okay, see, that's going to go over real well with Sonny and his friends and families. What Ava says. He just became, more erratic. Well, that's what being on a third of the dose of your bipolar medications will do, Ava, and you knew it. But yet you're going to talk about how worried you are for your daughter, Avery. You're worried because he's on a third of his dose. And you know it. So you doggone better worry about your daughter. And if anything happens to your daughter, and you knew this months ago, who's that on? It's on Ava. It's on Ava. She's not too worried about Avery. She wasn't worried about herself. He kicked her out. So she goes, he goes, oh, so if I provoke Sonny, Ava says, no, I'm only telling, he goes, that would also work for you. Then you will for sure get custody of your daughter. Why? I hadn't thought of that. Big, strong, blue-eyed, intelligent FBI man. I didn't think about that until you just told me. And Kate's bought it. No, she didn't say the big, brown, blue-eyed FBI man. I added that part. But pretty much the way she looked at him, what? Like, I don't think like that. Oh, my goodness. She says, no, I only told you because I'm worried about you. Don't provoke Sonny. I know how to take care of myself. So now we have, they're waiting at the office, at the arraignment. Carly summoned Michael to see her. She tells Michael to take care of Donna and look after Jocelyn. Both of them look after Donna because Sonny doesn't know Donna's ins and outs. Like, he doesn't know that she likes tomatoes on her, I think it's a tuna, but not on her salad. Oh, Michael said, but not on her salad. Or maybe tomatoes on her burger, but not on her salad. Whatever it is. Michael and Christina know, not Christina, Jocelyn know these things about her sister. Now, mind you, not Avery. Donna is Christina's sister too, but Christina don't know a doggone thing about Donna. Christina doesn't come around to know her little sister like that. She just doesn't. She doesn't even acknowledge her. According to Christina, she the only girl. Sonny only had one. So anyway, he promises, he goes, Mom, a lot of us are pulling, like he didn't say, but all but said, I'm working on something, which Michael, no. Okay. So she goes, look after your father. Sonny is about to lose it. He's going after Kate's. And so Michael said, whoa, I better go find him. She goes, no, Dante's looking for Sonny, which Dante did find him, tried to talk him out of don't do nothing crazy. Sonny blew him off like it wasn't nothing. I ain't doing nothing crazy. He said, because you do know there's metal detectors at the courthouse. I don't have to tell you that because I know you know that, Dad. But look, Sonny in his manic state, guess what he was doing? He's going to be packing. You know, he's going to go through the metal detectors, pull that piece right out his back pocket, put it on the tray so he can go through security. He's not thinking right. When Dante reminded him of that, so he's like, oh, shoot. I don't need no gun to take care of Kate, right? So Michael is Michael is at the courthouse and he's standing there talking to Sonny. He goes, listen, Dad, we really need to talk. Mom wants to make sure that we squash our differences, Dad. It's important now to be there for Mom. And Sonny's like, looked at him. We could talk later. He's focused on Kate. Molly had been summoned, or her office said to meet him at the courthouse, Kate, for some strange reason. And so he goes, did you bring the files? And she goes, what files? All I was summoned and said to meet you here. I need all of the files that the DA's office has on Sonny Corinthos. I want to know what evidence you have, what cases you've tried to bring against him. And she looked and she says, well, first of all, he goes, I know you have rooms full of that. She goes, first of all, I highly doubt you're authorized to make that kind of a request. That kind of a request comes through more official means. She says, and specifically, you would need specifics as to what you're looking into him for, not just a whole blanket room full of files. No. And he goes, I showed you my badge. You know I'm with the FBI. And she goes, and you also know that I am Sonny Corinthos's niece. You know this. Molly Lansing Davis. So you're definitely going to do this by the book. Okay? And you're not. Oh, and then he decided to, of course, you would protect that criminal. And she goes, he said something else to her out of line. And Molly said, you are out of line with this comment, Agent Case. How dare you say blah? And now that's all Sonny needed. Because Kate's knew, I'm going to bring him in by attacking Molly. And Molly's like, and I'm not even going to have this, right? And he goes, you want to come at me? Come at me. You do not attack my niece, Molly. You know, you this, you that. And he goes, no, you're a criminal and I'm going to take you in. And then, he says something and Molly looks at him. She goes, well, that's out of line, right? And then he goes, I've got Carly Corinthos. They're ready to flip on you. I've got Jason Morgan ready to flip on you. People you thrown aside. Now, here's the deal. If Carly Corinthos is ready to flip on Sonny, would she still be arraigned right now? The FBI would have dropped the charges or canceled the arrest, right? He wouldn't. That's not. It didn't make sense when he said it. I thought that Carly wouldn't be arraigned right now if she ready to flip on Sonny. And Sonny says, "Oh no, they're not. You know, you got nothing. Oh, you don't. You know, you're not fit to this, that, and the other. Or maybe he didn't say Carly. He might have said Ava. Now that I think about it, he might. No, he said Carly because Sonny hates Ava. He said Carly. Um, and then Kate says, "No, you're going down. You're going down for what you did to Karen. You're going down for what you did to Stone. You're oh." Sonny says, "Go ahead and Sonny's reaching back to slug him, which is what Kate's wants." Michael, you saw Michael positioning himself when Kate was really berating in Sonny's face. And when he's saying what he's saying, Molly's like, wait, what? Especially when he's talking about Karen and 30-year-old stuff, right? Michael stops the punch. Dad stops the punch, and it stops there. So we're going to see how Michael wrestles him away from Kate because guess what? He didn't hit him. And Kate wants him to hit him. But Kate almost picked the wrong person to provoke Sonny in front of because Molly, in her complete honesty, knows Kate was out of line in what he was saying. And Molly would not testify that Sonny was unprovoked when he did what he did. So, mistake number how many, Kate? But we shall see. He still might try for attempting to assault an officer. I'm taking you under. We'll see what he does. He's going to do something so stupid. But I'm almost sure I saw a preview. Sonny's in the courthouse during Carly's arraignment. So it's not going to have worked this time. And then we have Alexis talking to Christina. Now, you all were right, because I had a whole bunch of people saying, no, she's doing this. She knew exactly what she was saying on that show. She's this, and I knew we were going to have a problem with her wanting to give up the baby. We all know that soap opera writing was coming. But what Christina was saying was ridiculous. No, they're arguing. She goes, Christina, that does not mean a breakup at all. Matter of fact, they're not breaking up. Well, it could come in the future. And if in the future, she goes, we can't predict the future, Christina. She should have told her, you don't know if you're going to be with Blaze in the future. Right? She should have told her that. She goes, well, Molly and TJ, they don't have parental instincts. I don't know what are they planning for the baby, what type of parenting style they're going to do. I don't know, what school they may want to. And Alexis says, you're a surrogate, Christina. Surrogates are not privy to that kind of information. So they've done nothing wrong. And they're not you're not entitled to the personal details and the intimacies of their marriage. Right? You're assuming. Well, if TJ and I are the only ones that have any real rights to this baby, and if he decides to leave Molly, then we will have nothing, meaning the Davises. This time she didn't say Molly. I'm surprised she didn't say that I'll have nothing. And Alexis says, Christina, I just wish you would remember what you went into this for. Well, you know what? I've carried this baby. I'm the one with the most maternal instincts. And she's just on her high horse with that. And Alexis just looked at her. And she goes, and okay, no, I know. I'm not going to come to you with any legal advice. I could go to Michael. I could go to my dad. Why would you say that, stupid? Why would you I'm going to go ask my daddy on some legal advice. Michael, too. Now, how to form a corporate ironclad contract, that's Michael. How to have somebody murdered, that's Sonny. Right? But legal advice? Family law? No. And I'm like, you already know, doggone well, you're Corinthos. Diane is going to represent you. Period. Rick is going to represent Molly. Diane is going to represent Christina. That's what's going to happen, everybody. So Alexis is just looking at her. And for the first time, I was like, okay, you know what? Good. In the end, Christina's not going to get the baby. With this big fight that's looming, watch the court, although the courts heavily favor the mother. Oh, she says, I don't even know their maternity leave plans. Who's going to stay home and bond with the baby? They haven't mentioned it at all. So they're just going to take the baby I've carried, everything but my baby. She didn't say my baby, this baby, and hand him over to a nanny. And so Alexis says, they don't have to tell you their paternity leave plans, Christina. They don't have to. But it doesn't mean they don't have them. It doesn't mean that. Well, it's, and see, just, you could just, well, and I thought, okay, I'm kind of thinking she's not going to win. Just by self-assured. In the beginning, it's going to make her look like it. Christina on her own, because Blaze already said, I'm not co-parenting. And Blaze doesn't live with Christina. She might be there a lot, but she don't live with her. What's going to happen on those sleepless nights with sleep deprivation? I mean, same thing's going to happen to Molly. So I'm questioning which one is better. Who's better? I don't know. Neither one of them. Neither one. All three. None of them are truly ready to have a baby. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Listen, everybody, comment corner, 70 comments. You guys went wild on those comments. Excellent job. So please go in and continue to comment on each other's comments. I will be back tomorrow with another daily recap of General Hospital.